Hey guys, Sprite here. I've been wanting to make a video like this for a long time, and I'm glad I finally made it for you guys. I will note that some of these anime are probably not the worst anime, but they're pretty bad in my opinion. That leads me to my second point. Please don't get your fan service panties in a twist if you see an anime you like on this list. There's no need to defend an anime like it's your mother. In the end of the day, it's only anime. Just like video games are only video games and movies are only movies, anime isn't so imperative to your life that you have to cause an uproar in the comment section. Trust me, you'll have much more to worry about in your life than someone bashing your favourite anime. So with all that said, I hope you guys enjoy. Lucky Star. I did a top 6 worst anime video a long time ago that was pretty damn popular, but I doubt most of my subs actually saw that video back then. But Lucky Star made an appearance. Why is it appearing again? Well, because I still don't like it. It's not my type of anime. It's been said that it's one of those love it or hate it anime, but I'll go into the reasons why I dislike it. I will note that these are obviously all my opinions, and my opinion is not fact, so please don't take this to heart and start crying in the comment section about it. Have some decency and maturity, and accept that other people think differently than you. If you're 14 or younger, then you kinda get a pass on the maturity part, but don't say I didn't warn you. To me, Lucky Star panders more to the younger audience, and I can kinda tell the type of humour that's so prevalent throughout it. I also found myself to be extremely bored of it because nothing really happens at all. It's all just occurrences that happen in the characters' lives, and it's just not appealing to me. You might like the comedic style it portrays, and there's nothing wrong with that, but for me, this anime is definitely not a 10 out of 10 rating. Number 5, Glass Lip. Sure, this probably isn't the worst anime out there, but I like to be a bit different than all the other anime YouTubers in terms of top 10 lists. But all that aside, this anime is pretty bad, and that right there should be taken literally. It's a pretty anime, with a great art style, but everything else is just pretty damn terrible. If I had to sum Glass Lip up in 2 words, I would say polished turd. Glass Lip is a recent anime from 2014. At first, this anime seemed pretty good, but as each week progressed and new episodes got released, I just outright gave up on it. They pushed this plotline about the main character for a long while, but then completely pushed it to the side. The main character is meant to see to the future through a piece of glass, but they just executed it so poorly that it came off as more confusing than intriguing. That's exactly how you'll feel as well, confused and definitely bored. The characters don't do Glass Lip any justice. The main character could have been talking to a brick wall and that still would have been more entertaining. Okay, maybe that's an exaggeration, but you get the point. Instead of really trying to make sense of this glass and future plotline, they change things into a romance drama, and this is where it just starts to go downhill. It's really all over the place and seems to have no structure or organisation. Number 4, Iken. Another anime that was featured on my old list, but I just couldn't help but add it in. This anime, I don't even know where to start. There's absolutely no story present here whatsoever, but that's something that I overlooked, no biggie. But then came a constant flow of vulgar jokes that just weren't that funny. Again, this is down to personal comedic taste, but all I really got from this anime were huge tits that seemed to look like all the women shoved balloons down their shirts, constant fan service that just wasn't needed in certain scenes. I'm not saying I hate fan service, but when it just happens for absolutely no reason, it just gets boring really quickly. The only decent thing I can say about this series is its ability to mock, but that's just a consolation point in what truly is a steaming pile of shit. Number 3, Pupa. The whole premise of this show seemed promising at first because the plotlines seemed to be pretty original, but the execution, yeah, piss poor. One of the main reasons why this anime failed so badly was the 4-minute episodes. Being a psychological horror, Pupa's episodes were just way too short to provide that eerie and suspenseful atmosphere we're so used to having in successful anime of the same genre. This obviously made this series feel really rushed, with no one really giving a shit about the characters, or anything else for that matter. Finally, there's the icing on the ass cake, the story. Events just seem to happen out of nowhere, without rhyme or reason. I'm pretty sure while the writers were in the office, they saw floating text bubbles of random ideas and just grabbed them and added them to the script. If you like torturing yourself, by all means give this festering pile of shit a watch, but I'll tell you this, I'm in no way responsible for the cardiac arrest you'll probably endure by doing so. Number 2, Mars of Destruction. There are so many things wrong with this anime that I could make a whole damn video that's longer than this whole video about why this anime sucks. I'll just vaguely name a list of things I found to be subpar about this anime. Shoddy animation, expressionless characters, boring characters that you won't give a single fuck about. You wouldn't even give them a Sunday fuck, and that is seriously saying something. And a laughable story that will confuse you because a lot of things just don't make any sense. And that last part is easily the worst element of this show. All of those other things I listed off could have been excused if the story was decent and actually answered many of the questions you'll be asking yourself when watching this travesty. Literally nothing is explained. What does this mean for the viewer? The viewer will get bored and tired, wondering why they even gave this anime a chance to begin with. I'm trying to think of a consolation quality that this anime possesses, but, much like Impotence, it's just not coming up with the goods. Number 1. Scalter Heaven. So this anime is so bad that it's actually good. So if you're in that shits and giggles mood, wanting a laugh, I definitely recommend this anime. But all jokes aside, it's still worse than being locked in a room with Blood on the Dance Floor playing so loud your ears form their own minds and want you to detach them from your body. The animation is pretty terrible in its own right, and the voice acting is just not to the standard that it should be, which makes this mess even less believable. I think it's worth mentioning that this anime is another OVA anime with only one episode, but once again, still doesn't mean it shouldn't be a subject of critique. So that concludes my top 6 worst anime. Seeing as this is probably going to be my last upload before Christmas, I hope you guys, my loyal subscribers and viewers, have a great Christmas, eat great food, get that gift you've always wanted to buy but you're just too scared to buy it because it would be embarrassing, and finally, have a great time. Sprite wishes you the best. That's it from me, and I'll see you all in the next one.